Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to drive an automatic car. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the basics of driving an automatic car. Let's get right to it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to turn the car on. Make sure that your handbrake is engaged. Make sure that the car is in park with the shift lever over here. Put your foot on the brake. Press the brake down and start the car. Now with this car, I started with a key, but you might have to start a car using a button, depending on the car. Okay, now before we start, if it's raining, just like it's raining right now, if it's raining, you should turn on the windshield wipers. So I'm just going to turn on the windshield wipers just like that. If it's not raining, you won't have to turn them on. It's literally simple. Look for the windshield wiper lever or dial, and with the case of this car, it's to the right of the steering wheel. Okay, so let's go over some of the basics regarding getting the car going and, to start moving the car. I apologize about the rain noise. It's raining and I wanted to do the video now. This is the best that I could do. Okay, so in order to get the car moving, you're going to have to take the gear selector, put it in drive, which is the D, okay? You're going to have to release the handbrake, release the emergency brake, and your foot should still be on the brake this entire time. Then when you want to start moving, you're going to release the brake, and when you release the brake, you'll notice that the car will start inching up. Now that's because the drivetrain allows the car to move. You're going to lightly press on the gas pedal and hold it into a decent position. You're not going to floor it. You're going to hold it into a decent position and the car will be moving. Now I'm basically holding the gas pedal in the same position and the car is moving and the gears are continually shifting when they need to shift because it has an automatic transmission. So you're going to steer the car throughout the road or wherever it is that you are, and you'll notice that when you turn the steering wheel slightly, the car moves greatly. So you don't want to turn the steering wheel a lot. That is one of the most basic errors that new drivers make. They turn the steering wheel a lot. You just want to turn the steering wheel slightly to guide the car on the road. Literally, it's that simple. Turn the steering wheel slightly. Now with regards to your hand positions, you're going to want to keep your hands at about the 10 and 2 o'clock position. So this hand is at the 10 o'clock position, and this hand is at the 2 o'clock position. Right here. Very simple. And you just steer slightly. Now when you want to bring the car to a stop, you're going to take your foot off of the gas and you're going to put it on the brake pedal. I'm going to stop right over here. Take my foot off of the gas, put it on the brake pedal, and just lightly press the brake pedal to slowly bring the car to a stop. You don't want to floor the brake pedal like that because that's going to cause the car to jerk forward. So once again, we're just going to start, release the foot from the brake, push down lightly on the gas pedal, and steer the car. And when you want to bring it to a stop, you're going to release the gas pedal, slightly press the brake, and you will nicely and smoothly bring the car to a stop. Just like that. It's one of the keys to stopping smoothly and starting smoothly. Making sure that you don't floor the gas pedal or the brake pedal. You want to lightly press on the gas and lightly press on the brake. And that is how you start and stop a car smoothly. Okay? Now we are going to go over reversing. So when you want to reverse the car, you want to put the gear selector in reverse, which is the R, okay? So put it in reverse, and when you put it in reverse, obviously my foot is on the brake right now, because that's preventing the car from moving. When you put it in reverse, you're going to want to check your mirrors, and you're going to want to turn your head around to look behind the car, and when you release the brake, the car will start moving backwards, okay? Now I am reversing backwards, I'm looking in my mirrors, and I'm turning my head backwards, and that is allowing me to look behind the car. That is how to reverse. Now, when you are reversing, you don't want to release the brake pedal completely, because then you'll pick up a lot of speed. What will happen is you will pick up more and more speed like this, and it's not really a safe thing to do. So you don't want to release the brake pedal completely or press the gas pedal in reverse. You just want to lightly release the brake pedal, and you still want to have a little bit of pressure on the brake pedal, okay? So that is the basics of going forward and going backward in an automatic car. Now we're going to go over some of the other basics. So I'm going to put it into drive again. The car is now in drive. My foot is on the brake, pressing the brake down, and that is, preventing the car from moving forward. We're going to go over some other basics. So I'm going to start going forward. Once again, lightly pressing on the gas pedal to bring the car into motion forward. And when you want to turn, okay, you're going to put your signal on, and then you're going to steer around the turn with the steering wheel. So I'm actually going to turn onto the street. I'm going to put my right signal on. I'm going to lightly press the brake. I'm checking my mirrors and my blind spot, and I am turning with hand over hand steering. So when I turn, I am using hand over hand steering. So I'm just going to pull over to the side just for a quick second. Hand over hand steering is this. When you move hand over hand, just like that, okay? You don't want to turn the steering wheel like this. That's not safe. It's not a safe method. You want to use hand over hand, just like that. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and I will pull into a driveway over here. So I am moving forward with the car. I want to turn into this driveway. I'm going to put my signal on, hover over the brake pedal. I'm going to look, check my blind spot, my mirrors, and I'm going to pull into the driveway, just like that. I'm going to straighten out, and we are going to actually turn back around on this road. So I'm putting it into reverse, putting my right signal on, looking behind the car and checking my mirrors all around the car, okay? And then I'm going to put my left signal on, and I put the car into drive, so now I can actually move forward. All right, so that is the basics of making a turn and using a signal. Now on this car, the signal lever is on to the left of the steering wheel, and that's the case with most cars, but there's no guarantee that there's no guarantee that that's where the signal lever is going to be on your car. But most cars have it to the left of the steering column. I'm just going to make this turn, so I'm putting my left signal on, and I'm starting to move the car as I make this turn right over here. Straightening out the steering wheel as you complete the turn. Very, very simple. All right, now another quick note. Headlights. If it is dark and you want to turn on your headlights, you can look for the lever or the dial that controls the headlights. So it's raining right now, and I don't really need to turn on the headlights, but I want to turn them on just for safety. So I'm going to flick this dial to the left of the steering column. It is on the same lever that controls the turn signal. So I'm going to turn on the headlights just like that. I just turned the dial and the headlights turned on. But it might be different on the car that you are driving. That's basically it. That is the basics of driving an automatic car. I'm just going to pull over right here, put my right signal on, check my blind spot, check my mirror, and pull to the side of the road, just like that. There's one other thing that I just want to tell you, and that is I want to tell you about neutral on an automatic car. Neutral right here is the N. If you put the gear selector in neutral, just like that, when it basically disengages the engine from the wheels, okay? And I'm not going to go into the specific mechanics of it, but it removes the engine from controlling the wheels. So if I press the gas pedal right now, the car revs, the engine revs, but the car isn't going anywhere because it's in neutral. But be careful, because this can allow your car to roll forward or backward if you are on a hill. But that's basically it. When you have finished driving and you want to stop the car, you're going to simply take the gear selector, put it in park, pull the emergency brake or engage the emergency brake. My foot is still on the brake just in case the parking brake or the emergency brake fail. I like to keep my foot on the brake pedal just in case, and then turn the engine off. Just like that. It is literally that simple. And that is basically it. In this video, I have shown you how to drive an automatic car. I have gone over all of the basics regarding driving a car with an automatic transmission. I have covered making the car move forward, making the car move backward, putting the car into park, controlling the turn signal indicators, controlling the windshield wipers, and making a turn, and also putting the car in neutral. It's literally that simple, and I hope that you have enjoyed this driving tutorial, and that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.